Alright, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are taking a look at the 40th anniversary manga characters at 55%, you know, except for the Goku, who was free to play, so he's 100%, he's rainbowed out. However, all the other summonable characters, right, the Vegeta, the Majin Buu, Frieza, Piccolo Jr., and Gohan, we are going to take a look at these guys at 55%, see how well they run, see if they're really worth having or running, you know, in some of these events. You know, I think these guys are more of just a collection style kind of characters. I think they're going to be more of a fun style character. I don't think they're going to be heavy hitters or meant to rerun in some of these bigger events. So let's test our theory. Let's jump in here. Let's try a couple different kinds of events, see how well they do at 55%, and then we'll do another video of them all rainbowed out. First, let's go ahead and let's jump in and let's see them right now. All right, let's take a look at our manga characters here. At 55% in one of these harder fights here. So against Goku and Vegeta. Now these manga characters have some, you know, interesting passives. A lot of times they're built around like a lot of dodge, really. That's kind of what I'm seeing here from them, is that they want to dodge a lot. Some of them might have, you know, crit thrown in there, some damage reduction, some additional attack, or super attack, you know, throwing additionals around. But a lot of times just dodging. So let's actually do well, who has a better chance to dodge? I think Goku, right? And they're all supporting each other as well. So that is a huge factor here of why I think they run so well. Let's see. A lot of dodge. Okay, let's put Goku up front. Let's attack Vegeta here. So basically what we're looking at here is, can they survive stuff like this? How long can they last in these kind of fights? And what kind of damage are we going to see from them against some of these harder hitting characters? Okay, so there you go. Good dodge. Okay. 4 million, not too bad. Oh, okay. Maybe it's very bad. He's not doing any damage. Oh, jeez, he can't even get above the threshold. I mean, at least like the manga style like super attacks here, I think are very cool. They're very interesting. They're very unique. I do really like them. I think it's a very neat and different style, right, to do this, and it looks so much better when it's like sped up. Yeah, Buu's gonna have an attack all, which is very good. Yeah, dude, it looks really good. Like when they first showed it, I was kind of like, all right, that looks a little weird, looks a little wonky. He's probably dead. But when it's all put together like this, it looks damn. Yeah, he's dead.
All right, let's do this.
Alright, so jumping back in here. So we got the Vegeta and Gohan here on this rotation as well. Frieza dodged really well last time, so let's put him up front. And we'll do this. We'll still target Vegeta to see if we can actually get above that damage threshold for them. So Gohan here, let's see. So he's changing key spheres. He wants to collect a bunch of key spheres. So 8 or more key spheres, he's getting a bunch of extra stuff here. For every key sphere he does collect, he's getting 10% attack and defense. If he collects 5 or more, he's going to get damage reduction up by 20%. The great chance to launch another super. 8 or more key, which is what you want to try to shoot for. Should be pretty easy with him changing the key spheres around. We'll get you more damage reduction. We'll get you additional super attack. So hopefully we'll be able to survive long enough to see that. As long as Frieza can do some dodging here. He did not dodge. Yeah, okay. Dead? Yeah, dude, dead. Yeah, they're not meant for these kind of runs, man. Alright, let's try a different event here. Sorry, my voice is still pretty messed up, so kind of just bear with me here. Alright, so let's do this. We're in a different event here. Should be a little less intensive for these guys. Hopefully, we'll see. Alright, let's do that. Frieza just needs you to dodge. Thank you. Very good. Alright, so then we will be able to see the Gohan. This is a friend Frieza, so he is actually rainbowed. So you're getting a little bit of a sneak peek at a rainbowed Frieza here. Not doing too bad right there, honestly. Okay. 2 mil from him after picking up that many key spheres. That's it? I mean, there's 3. We get it guaranteed here, 5. Okay, so a couple supers there from him. He's not like stacking attack or defense or anything like that. So, okay, he did take that hit really well though, that super, which is good. That is at least a good, some sort of good showing there from the Gohan, right? His attacks aren't going to be that crazy, which I mean, none of these guys' like stuff is really all that crazy, especially at 55%. I mean, they're like, yeah, dude, I don't think these guys are meant to be running any sort of hard content. They're just meant to be fun characters to use. Dude, I do love this manga style stuff. It just makes me think, like, could they do like other manga stuff? Could they bring other manga characters to life now? They could, but I don't think they will. Not unless it's something like this, like a celebratory thing. Okay, he's got a bunch of damage reduction. Launch additional attack when there's a Goku. Yeah, so we probably still want Goku up front to dodge. Let's do this. Grab those. And we'll do that. We're seeing Goku to dodge, because really... Jeez. Really the only one we haven't seen now is just the Piccolo Jr. do any sort of his attacks. So we just basically wanted to take a look at him and see what he looks like. And honestly, I think that might really be it, because you can see the kind of damage we're doing here. We're not going to get through this stage. There's no way. Nice. One more dodge. No, but post super he does take damage. Takes those hits pretty well. Yeah, dude, these guys at 55%, and for what they are, they're not competitive characters at all. Not even close. No, dude, there's no way. There's no way we're getting through any of this stuff. So, honestly, this might be pretty much the end of the video, or just like wait and see if we just get killed at this point. Let's do this. There's 11. And then we'll do that. Kind of heal us back up a little bit there. Frieza did not dodge. And he's taking that before supering. Pretty good. I mean, that is the friend rainbow Frieza, though. So I don't know if there would be a big difference there. Or Frieza. I mean, Frieza does get the damage reduction stuff, so he could just be really good in that slot 1 against some of these attacks. Hey man, we might get lucky and actually take down Goku Black here in about another 20 minutes if we just let them run. Yeah, you just, I mean, they're fun. They're fun, they're cool, they're interesting, they're different. But it's a shame that they made them characters that you had to summon for. Because honestly, they're not worth, like, if you're not doing it for the collection purposes, not doing it for nostalgia, not doing it for, you know, the just to have kind of deal purposes, I wouldn't summon for these guys, like, at all. Like, wouldn't touch them. But the thing is that we never know if they're ever going to come back. And with them being like a special event, a special occasion type thing, you know, I was not gonna let this pass by. There's no way. Even if they are trash. I mean, they're holding their own. You know, post supers, they're doing really well. They're getting a little bit of momentum here. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we're working with. Let's do this. 9 is the most we can get. So we'll grab those. Yeah, dude, we might get through Goku Black. They get their momentum going, man. They're schmooving pretty good. They do schmoove pretty good. Alright, well, we made it to Zamasu, and I definitely did not expect that to happen. I'll say that right out of the gate. I honestly thought this was going to be just a jump in, get pummeled, talk about how interesting the characters are, and then just kind of walk out of here. They're actually doing okay in an event like this, right? In this kind of red zone. This older red zone. But like the newer fights, like GDC you saw, dude, if they take a hit in GDC, they're done. The GDC content, they're done. Okay, good dodging. And this is also them, you know, running together. They're very synergistic with each other. They want, you know, each other. They want these different characters. They want them all on the same team to unlock their entire passive. So running them together is the obvious, simple choice there for stuff like that. But some of these guys I think could be run on other teams too. And, oh, 17. Nice. No, let's do that. Yeah, some of these guys I think you could run on like other teams, and I think they'd probably be okay. Maybe not, you know, you'd have to make sure you kind of work around what their passive is and see if you can get their full potential there. But I mean, other than that, I think they'd be good like little supplemental characters to kind of throw in on some of these teams. There you go, Gohan. Go off. Go off, buddy. Oh, he dodged. This is very interesting. Very interesting to me, indeed. Very surprised. Very pleasantly surprised, actually, at this point in the video. Obviously, like the GDC stuff, they're not built for it. They're not built for that kind of content. But watching them here in this, you know, this is like the showcase video I like to do. I like to go into this stage a lot, just because it's a longer fight, and it's easier to showcase characters through here with multiple stages. But yeah, they are exceeding my expectation here in this fight. Let's do that, and then grab those. Yeah, the freeze is very... I think the freeze is probably, so far, the most impressive one I've seen. All the dodging he's doing, and then all the additional attacks he's throwing out here. Yeah, dude. The freeze is probably my favorite one that I've seen so far. But none of these guys are really too bad. Yeah, dude, this... Huh. Huh. Alright, we're going to sacrifice some of these tech key spheres here. I mean, there's 8. They don't necessarily need to be tech key spheres. It just helps to get him more. Oh, we get a Dokkan attack here too, so let's do this. This is probably going to be like the end of the run here once we beat Zamasu. Because one, it's gonna be a drag out fight with this team to get through the final stage here. I think this is really enough just to see them. We just want to jump in. We want to look at them. We want to see how well they perform together. And honestly, even at 55%, they run really well together. Some of the content they're not built for, and that's fine. You know, they're not going to be built for everything. But at least watching them run the way that they were intended, you can see it. And they do very, very well. They do very, very well. All right, let's see. Let's get through one turn here. Dodge a super. Oh, yeah, dude, that health is not going to go down at all. And then they're going to, when they start healing, they're just going to heal like all this health back. All this chip damage health that we're putting on them. Yeah, this is the part of the fight they're not built for anymore. I mean, he's taking hits good. Very nice. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and just call it here, because the longer we do this, it's just going to be a very, very long fight, because they're not doing a bunch of damage. And it's either going to be a very long fight, or we are going to get hit at the wrong moment and just die. But very cool units. I do like these guys. I think they're very, very fun to run together. Now, we'll do another video with them fully rainbowed out, right? Level 10 links, all that stuff, and see how well they run there together. And then probably do a bunch of separate videos of them on different teams to see how they perform on teams that aren't just full of the manga characters, right? I think that's a fair way to kind of judge them as well, to put them in those positions and see how well they perform. But for now, that's going to do it for the video today. So if you guys stuck around to the end, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of the manga characters here at 55%. I think they're fun. I'm just going to say that. I think they're fun. Fun characters, very interesting. I like the concept. I think they're very cool. And that's really all I can say about them. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.